If you're right, we get gridlock, which is the consensus. It does not necessarily mean we've got Trump as a lame duck hamstrung president. He can continue to prosecute his agenda outside of Congress.
We may have legislative gridlock. We can talk about an exception in a minute. But what the president has is a great deal of power. He has regulatory authority. He can do things through through executive order. He will appoint conservative judges who can be seen as having a business-friendly rulings when it comes to the appeals that are always going to come to the courts. So just because you have mixed government doesn't mean that the president won't continue his policies and won't be impactful. President Trump's greatest impacts have often been outside of Congress. Look at what he's done through regulatory reform. Look at what he's done through appointing conservatives to the judiciary. Look at what he did in pulling out of Paris and pulling out of Iran. None of those things required a Republican Congress, and he can do all of those things with a Democratic Congress.
You can still have a fiscal response, can you not? Because there is still a chance that we may get infrastructure spend even if we do have gridlock in Washington.
I would say the Democrats and the Republicans, or certainly the Democrats and Trump, can agree on generally two things. One of them is trade, which business in Asia might not like, and one of them is infrastructure. Everybody knows that we have a crumbling infrastructure in the United States, in many parts of the country. Everybody knows we need more infrastructure spending. It is the one thing that the Democrats and Trump can agree upon. That could add a lot of spending to the U.S. economy. Now, I'll say on the downside, we could also see a government shutdown coming if the Democrats don't give Trump his wall and he wants to shut down the government and not sign spending bills. So politics is going to be very risky in the next 2 years, much riskier than it was in a Republican-controlled House, Senate, and White House. But that said, there are upsides. There could be silver linings in infrastructure, and getting the money that our country needs for that may be one of them.
Still watching? Perfect. Click here to watch another great video from CNBC International. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching.